Hi there, and welcome to another review of The Chill Dude in the Couch. That's me, Hector, the Chill Dude in the Couch. And today, I'd like to talk to you about the Birthday Massacre. This band from Canada has been around, like almost more than 10 years now. They released 12 albums, and they just released their new album, Fascination, which came out last Friday. So, this is a band that has been around for a while now, and they explore some grittier sounds with some more synth pop elements, like very 80s. And they mix that sinister sound with beautiful voices by Shibi, their singer, who's great. And recently, on their last albums, they dropped more of the grittier guttural sounds of her voice and more of the synth pop element throughout the whole album. So their albums are more nice now, less guttural and more synth pop elements. And it is what you can expect from the Birthday Massacre album. Right now they have 12 albums, and on this 12th album, it's not a bad album, it's not a great album, it's a comfortable album. They're at their comfort level. They already have a sound, they're not experimenting on this at all. They're keeping it very simple. I do miss some of the gutturals that they had in the past, especially on a song like Blue that they had from their first albums, and also when they dropped Pins and Needles. It was the perfect combination of gritty sounds with those beautiful synth melodies. They mix well, and that's what the Birthday Massacre was. They had the birthday part, which was the nice part, and the massacre part, which was more of the evil side. And they really sang about really evil shit in a beautiful voice. And then Chibi would change her voice so drastically and would sound more evil. But on the last album, she has dropped those guttural sounds and just remained with a clean vocals that she has been doing. And although they're good, I do miss some of that mix up of the way she did in the past, but I don't think they're gonna do it anymore. So the album is 9 tracks, 38 minutes in length. So it's an album that flies by pretty quick. You can listen to it very quickly and repeat it again. So I don't want to take a lot of time to talk about this album. I just want to focus on a few tracks and give my conclusion and my opinion on what I thought about this album. So the album starts with Fascination, which is by the numbers, the Birthday Massacre. It sounds a lot like the opener they had in a previous album called Superstition. So it's pretty catchy, but it's a song that where it's gonna go. It's pretty predictable, and that's something that this album has. There's a lot of songs that you already heard this before. So to me, that kind of like took a little bit away about the experience, because it's like I've listened to this on their last album. So I thought there was not a whole lot of new things that they added this time around. But there's 2 songs that I think break the mold a little bit with that, and that's Cold Lights. That's a more dark, it starts with a more eerier sound, very John Carpenter, like 80s movie soundtrack, how it starts, and then it brings the synth, it brings Shibi's vocals, but it has some variation from other songs. And Like Fear, Like Love is another one that has a great bass sound, and it sounds a little bit like The Cure, and I love The Cure, so I thought it blended well with the Birthday Massacre. And those are the 2 songs that are the highlights for me. The other songs are pretty much straightforward. The Birthday Massacre, it's what you would expect as a fan. If you're a fan, you will love this album. If you're not a fan, I don't think you're gonna become a fan of them just on this album. If you don't like synth pop elements from the 80s, you won't like this. So if that's not your cup of tea, just listen to something else. But to me, I've been a fan of the band since the early years. I think it's a solid album. I think if they would have added some more experimentation, maybe some more difference in tone in Shibi's voice, I think it would have made for a more exciting album. Because at the end of the day, this is the Birthday Massacre, keeping it quite safe, and it's something. It's like a meal that you had before. You like it, but you want to change it up just a little bit. But that wouldn't deter me from listening to the album. I think the Birthday Massacre has had a great career. They're a very underground band. They're not that well known. And they do what they do very well, and there's not a lot of bands that do that type of sound anymore. So I commend them for that. So do I think I'm gonna go back to this album? Maybe not that much. I think I like more of their earlier albums better, but I still think this is an album that's worth your time if you like synth pop elements with some rock in it. So what did you think about this album? Did you like it? Did you think it was overrated? Or it's not just your cup of tea? Comment, let's talk about it. And until next time, this is Hector the Shield Dude in the Couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Have a great day. Bye.